Hey everyone, my name is Julie, and I'm going to talk about a career that I researched. And the career that I decided to look into was that of an assistant case manager. Originally thought I would look into a case manager, but it turns out you need a higher education for an actual case manager. And so the career of an assistant case manager is one that you are able to do with just a bachelor's degree or even an associate's degree in some cases with some experience. I was actually fortunate enough to be able to talk to my brother, who is an actual assistant case manager at this time. His official title is support coordinator assistant, and he works for an organization located in Battle Creek, Michigan. And the name of that organization is Summit Point Community Health Center. And they basically help facilitate care for people who are mentally disabled and who have developmental disabilities. He described it as a lot of them having the intellectual mindset of a 5-year-old. And so if you think about that, they would definitely need help with even the smallest of tasks. And so that's what he spends his time doing, and so I found that exciting to learn about. The working environment for him as an assistant case manager is basically half time spent in the office and half time spent out in the field working with clients and customers and those people with disabilities. And they are adults. These are adults, and he says that typically he works 8 to 5. Monday through Friday with no weekends, and there's no overtime required as of right now where he is working. He said that the environment is very friendly. He said, well, I work with social workers, so of course we're social. So he said that he really enjoys getting to know people, and they're very friendly and very caring people. You would have to be in this line of work. Some typical stressors. He talked a lot about how hard it was to see a lot of these people who are developmentally disabled, and they're unable to take care of themselves physically, mentally. If you think of a child, they're kind of like little children. They don't understand different detrimental things as far as that to their health that they do, like smoking and drinking and just sitting, no exercise all day, things like that. So he said that that was one of the stressors. Another stressor is all the paperwork involved. He said there's a ton of paperwork. Everything has to be documented, and so he said that's very time consuming and takes a lot out of you. And he said also it's hard for him, a stressor, to see some of these people aren't taken care of very well by their so-called caregivers or the administrators or facilitators of the AFC or the adult foster care home that they live in. So he said that can be somewhat difficult sometimes to see. And so some of the benefits, though, for this job, as far as like health, he has health and dental, he has 401k, financial, retirement plans. And one of the things that stuck out to me that he said they provide is a stipend of $5,000 tuition reimbursement for if you want to further your education, which he's actually utilizing. So he said that that is a big advantage or benefit to this job that he particularly works for this organization. Okay, so some common tasks for an assistant case manager would include coordinating appointments, networking, having periodic reviews with some of the disabled people. He said there's some that don't even speak, and they're called not the nonverbal clients, and they have to actually physically visit them just to lay eyes on them to make sure that they're doing okay and being taken care of, and that they are in fact still qualified, under Medicaid, to be able to receive Social Security benefits. And so then he has to come back into the office and fill out all that paperwork. So let's see. Some other responsibilities include just assisting the case manager with the case manager's load. Tasks such as processing clients, utilizing a database, a computer database, and tools on the computer to make sure that the process is documented and flows smoothly. A lot of general clerical and administrative duties come with this job, and also just preparing a lot of forms and letters and other documents on the clients. He said occasionally he will have to, maybe once a month, go before a judge in the court system to advocate for the patient, or just to testify that this patient is disabled and that he has observed this patient. And so that's another task that he has to do for this career. So as far as educational requirements, he has a bachelor's degree in psychology, and you are able to have a bachelor's degree in social work and probably other areas in order to be in this career. And he said it helps if you receive a certification through Michigan State, and through an organization called LARA, L-A-R-A, which is a Licensing and Regulatory Affairs Department. And if you receive this certification, that really helps as well in this career. Okay, so the starting salary range for Michigan for this career would be around $40,000, and he said that that is pretty good, because in other states such as Florida, he said it was much lower around I'd say $32,000. And as far as the upper scale for experienced, maybe assistant case managers could get up to the $50,000-$60,000 range. Some miscellaneous career information. I asked him, what he said, what he thought was the hardest thing for this career, and he said for him, personally, it was walking into those homes and seeing the state of some of these people. He said, he gave the analogy of literally some will have a cigarette in one hand and a supplemental oxygen in the other, and they would just take turns, between the two. And so he said sometimes it's just hard, seeing the way that they live and feeling sorry for them. But he said it also is very rewarding, and he feels like he's genuinely making a difference and helping people. Some of the other things, I was able to look up some information on the web and found an assistant case manager position in Arizona, where I live. And a lot of the responsibilities for that were similar. They included helping the case managers and program managers taking care of clients, a lot of administrative work, paperwork, and a lot of coordinating and making sure that they're getting to their doctor's appointments, getting to their dentist, and sometimes getting food even. So there are definitely jobs available in the state that I live for this, and I also looked under socialworkers.org and Glassdoor.com to find similar postings on this. So I really enjoyed learning more about being an assistant case manager, and thanks for watching.